Hello. Yeah, I know, this is a little bit different look than I usually have. This is from the other side of the camera, if you will. Actually, the camera's over there. The other side would be in a wall, but you know what I mean. This is from the other side of the room. This is a bit more of a casual video, because today I had planned on having a Thor Love and Thunder review, because you know it's Friday, it comes out officially today. I went to see it yesterday, and I was going to want to talk about that. You know, that's what I do on this channel. I review movies, movie reviews on Fridays. Big movies come out, reviews come out. That's what I do. But instead, I thought I was going to do something a little bit different. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about the interesting, yeah, we'll go with that word, experience that I had while seeing, or at least trying to see, Thor Love and Thunder. So here we go. I know it's a little bit different. Some of you may have been wanting a review, but honestly, there's so many other reviews out there of this movie at this point. You probably have already made your mind up of what you think of the movie, whether you've seen it or not. So who the fuck really cares about my opinion? This video is going to be a little bit less edited and different than my other videos, so just be prepared for that. You're getting Jacob Anders Unchained. Anyway, yesterday, Thursday, July 7th, I had planned on going to see Thor Love and Thunder. Had tickets bought, all that stuff, concessions. I was ready to go see this thing. Now, I live out in the middle of nowhere. I haven't always lived out in the middle of nowhere. I used to live in a metropolitan area, so I get to go see movies even earlier. But knowing that when I moved out here to the middle of nowhere, which I love, by the way, I also knew I wouldn't be able to see as many movies as early. I'm okay with this. Also, the movie theater is about 35 to 40 minutes away from my house. I'm also okay with this. I used to drive in 35 to 40 minute traffic every day, so a 35-minute commute to go see a movie isn't really that big a deal to me. So anywho, I set out on my journey to see this movie yesterday afternoon at around 2:30. As I get in my car, which admittedly, I don't drive this particular car that often. There's another daily driver we have, and that's what I usually drive. Plus, I really don't go anywhere that often. I get a bit down the street, and I notice there's fucking ants in my car. I don't know why, but they're there. There's no food or anything in my car, but I guess it's been sitting there for a bit. And ants got in the car. Now, these ants are kind of on the console area. They're not really bothering me that much. One or two got on me, and I was like, get the fuck off of me, don't bite me. And they really left me alone, so I was kind of like, whatever. You know what? I don't really have time to deal with that right now. I don't have time to turn around and get the other car. It's just ants. They're staying in their area. I'm staying in mine. We'll deal with it. That's my phone, by the way. But we'll deal with it. Not a big deal. So I keep on going down the road. I'm going to see this movie today. Nothing's going to stop me. I keep on going down the road, and I notice it's really fucking hot, which I live in Selma, Alabama, by the way, and it's just always fucking hot here. We have two seasons. There's really fucking hot most of the year, and then there's like a week that it's kind of chilly. That's winter. So hot's normal. You get in the car, you expect it to take a little bit to cool off. I've never had any air conditioning issues or anything, so I really wasn't thinking about that. Get down the road a bit, and I'm like, man, Jesus Christ, who the hell's trying to get a hold of me? Fucking Twitter notifications. Anyway, I get down the road, and I notice it's still not really cooling off. It's a little bit toasty in here. And no, it's not that it's taking a long time to cool off. It's that this particular day, which, by the way, anyone with a later-ish model Mustang, if you've ever seen that little dial there that tells you what the temperature outside is, you know, how hot it is, it does go to 3 digits. I didn't know that, but yesterday it was 105 fucking degrees outside, and it registered 3 digits on that thing. So I was like, oh, wait, hey, that's something new. That's one of the reasons I thought it was taking a little bit longer to cool off. Nope, it ain't taking longer to cool off. This is the day that my car decided, fuck off air conditioning, you don't need that shit. It just stopped working. So that kind of sucked, and I didn't have time to really turn around and get the other car, much like with the ant issue, but it wasn't too bad. I park under a carport area. It was shaded, so the car wasn't like really super hot when I got into it. Crank the windows down. The car's a convertible. At the end of the movie, if it's too hot, I'll throw the top back. Just deal with it later. I'm going to see this fucking movie. Nothing's going to stop me. So I'm like, whatever, dude. That kind of sucks. I get a little bit glistening on the way there, but I ain't like sweating balls or anything yet. It's all good. We're going to make this happen. I've had cars with no AC before years ago. I made it work. I can do it now. I'm a big boy. So I finally get to the theater. Yeah, I'm a little toasty. Like I said, I got this glow, this kind of glistening thing going on, but it's all good. I'm going to get in the theater. It's going to be air conditioned and I'll cool off. I'll get my popcorn, my Twizzlers, my big fucking drink, and I'm going to watch me some Thor ass. I get in there. I had this really fucking long line that's usually not at this particular theater, especially on like a Thursday afternoon. I don't know why I just over-enunciated the word theater, by the way, but moving on. I get my concessions. I get in the theater. I'm sitting down just in time right when the trailers start. It's all good. I've probably seen these trailers anyway, but that means I'm on time. We're all good here. So I'm sitting there. I'm watching this movie. I'm opening my Twizzlers, trying to wait until the loud part of the movie so it doesn't make all that noise and shit. You guys know what I mean. Those of you that go to movie movies a lot. I love me some Twizzlers and a big fucking thing of popcorn. So I'm in heaven at this point. The new Avatar trailer comes on, which I'm really looking forward to, but something happened in the beginning of it that I kind of had forgotten about. Wasn't expecting it. It said, now's the time to put on your 3D glasses. And I was like, fuck! I didn't get my 3D glasses at the door. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, do I want to walk away? Am I going to miss the movie? I don't want to miss the beginning. Really wanted to see this trailer in 3D, but whatever. So I got to leave my shit. I get up, I go out to the lobby. There's a line out the fucking door. It's just tons of fucking people over here at the concession stands, which is where you do the tickets, the glasses, the everything. Because I don't even know why these fucking places even have box offices anymore, because no theater I've been to in the past like 2 or 3 years even uses them. You always got to go to the concession stand. Why is the box office even there? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting there waiting, and finally I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I didn't get my glasses. And apparently this other guy in the same theater had the same issue. He came up and she was like, huh? And he's there, he's like, me too, need 2 pairs. She's like, okay, 2 of you need 2 pairs. She goes over here, grabs one, she hands him one. It's all good, I was there first, but whatever, it's cool, we're all good. She's about to give me another pair, and he's like, oh wait, we needed 2. I was like, yeah, hey, right on. And then I noticed, no, he needs 2, I need 1. So we need 3 total. And I was like, oh, I don't think she got what you were saying. I was like, 3. She walks over, she brings 1 more pair, hands it to him. He takes off to get to the movie that he's going to miss. I totally get it. But I'm sitting there with my fucking dick in my hand, no glasses, and I'm like, oh, what? Hey, I need glasses too. And she's like, I just gave you glasses. I'm like, yeah, but you gave him 2 pairs. I need 1 pair. You said 2 pairs. I was like, actually, no, he said 2 pairs. We needed 3 pairs altogether because we weren't together. We're in the same fucking movie. Whatever, lady, just give me a fucking pair of these cheap-ass glasses. It doesn't come out of your check. She gives me the glasses finally. I get in there. Avatar's over, unfortunately. Really wanted to see that in 3D, but whatever. I sit down. Movie hasn't started. Put my glasses on. Waiting. Go through a couple of more trailers. We see Nicole Kidman tell us about how great things happen in AMC theaters and all that. The lights dim all the way down. Thor is about to start. All right, had some issues today, but it's all going to be made up for now. Let's watch this movie, and nothing happens. Yeah, that's right. Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Just a dark screen. Not a damn thing. Real quiet. Start hearing people chatting like, what's going on? What's happening here? Lights come back up. Screen is still blank as fuck, and we're just sitting there like, okay, what's going on here? People start getting up, they start complaining, they go out to the concessions or wherever the fuck they go to talk to somebody to ask what's going on. I wasn't getting up. I was like, hell no, I've already gotten up a bunch of times. This fucker's starting. Whenever it starts, it'll start. I don't care. People start coming back in saying, oh, they're having an issue with it. They're going to get it fixed, blah, 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 blah. Somebody finally comes in. Not the manager, by the way, which I'm not that person who's like, I need to speak to your manager. No, but it was the manager sent someone in there because they're probably afraid that people are going to lynch them or something. And they're like, hey, we're having some issues. They're working on it right now, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, man. I'm not picky. It's cool. There were some people bitching and getting all unruly in the theater, but I didn't care. It's like, well, who cares, man? Shit happens. I get it. And it ain't this guy's fault. So he goes off. We're sitting there. We're waiting. People start getting louder and louder. People going in and out of the theater, getting kind of upset. Guy comes back in. He's like, sorry, it's taking longer than we thought. If you don't want to wait, you can get a refund or pass, blah, 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 blah. We keep going through this for a while. The screen is still blank, and eventually they come in and say, hey guys, the manager told me, because the manager still has not come by the way. Sure, that manager had stuff going on, whatever, but this poor guy had to come in and tell us all this. And you can tell he was terrified when he walked in because people was already unruly. We're not going to be able to show this movie today. For whatever reason, I know that it's not film reels anymore. It's like digital things over the airway. They didn't have I don't know, they couldn't get it to work. But it wasn't just our theater. There were 2 or 3 other theaters at the same time that were showing this movie, and apparently the movie just wasn't working for anybody. It wouldn't come on. So yeah, we're not showing Thor today. Nobody, no showings whatsoever at this theater. Fucking hell. So I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, can I wait a while? Can I go to the next show? Nope, it ain't coming on at all. You can get refunds, passes, and your concessions and all that. Okay, I appreciate that. So I walk out of the theater with everyone else. People are getting loud. It's getting a little crazy. They got these little, like, Thor hammer things that you can get at the concession stand. People got them. They're holding them in, like, the hammer way. I'm thinking, oh, shit, somebody's going to get mad and knock somebody out with this fucking hammer. Whatever. I didn't have one of those. I go out to the lobby, and holy shit, just imagine, if you will, a whole bunch of, like, Marvel stands and just other people that are there to see this movie. At least 3 theaters worth, maybe more, all converging on this lobby at the same time to get refunds and or passes. Yeah, it's about as much of a shit show as you could imagine. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, I need to see this movie so that I can do a review of it tonight for my literal work. So I can put a review out at least by tomorrow when the movie releases. It's already going to be late by YouTube standards, but whatever, at least by Friday, the release date, I can have this thing out. I really need to see this movie, so I start looking. I'm looking for other theaters in the area. I find one. Oh, there's one in about 30 minutes. That's about 20 minutes from here. I was like, hey, that works. I can do that. It's further out than I wanted to go, but whatever. I'll go see this movie at another theater. But first, I gotta wait in this is not even a line. It's just like a big mound of fucking people, and they're all arguing and yelling. Tensions get high, you know, that whole crowd mentality. I don't know if that's what you call it, hive mentality, whatever. People start pushing, and then a fucking fight breaks out at the fucking theater. I came here to see fucking Thor, the MCU, which I haven't really been high on in this phase, by the way, so I wasn't like, fuck yeah, gotta see Thor. I'm just here because, yeah, I'm interested in seeing the movie. I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. I like the character. But I'm mainly here because I go to these movies in advance or as early as possible for this channel, for my work. I'm not here to fight somebody over fucking Chris Hemsworth's ass, okay? That's just what it is. People start fighting. Those little primitive, like, Thor hammer things that they got at the concession stands are breaking. It's crazy. Pandemonium. I walk up to the other chick. I was like, look, I don't want to deal with this. The young woman at or around the concession stand, she was I don't think she was the manager, but she was in a managerial role or something. She was telling people what the fuck to do. So I go to her. I'm like, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not, like, being like that person. I was just like, I have things I got to do. Since I can't see it here, I need to go see it somewhere else. I don't have time to wait for this. Plus, this is just out of control. You got people throwing fists and throwing hands and all that. Can I just call back and do this another day and get my concessions refunded then? She was like, no. And then turned her fucking back on me. I was like, you bitch. What the fuck? I'm not being an ass. I was being nice. Like, the way I just said it, that was probably more aggressive than I ever did. I wasn't mad at them. I get it. Shit happens. I was just like, I got shit to do. Since I can't do it here, I need to go do it there. Can I just come back another time? I come to this theater all the time. Or can I call in the morning? No. And she's just a bitch about it. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not cool. So I just fucking left. Whatever. I'm not really even that concerned about that. I head off to this other theater because I got to drive into the city now, like further into the metro area to get to this other theater. I go there. It's in IMAX. It had to be. I don't have anything against IMAX, but this movie wasn't made for IMAX. I really wasn't like, oh, I got to see an IMAX, but it was the next showing and in 3D. Whatever. I like 3D, so I'm cool with it. On the way there, like GPS, because I've never been to this, or I have, but I took another way. I don't know, fucking, I get lost going to the fucking bathroom, so I got to use GPS. It made it look like I was supposed to go this way, but I was supposed to go that way. I went that way, so I had to go a bunch of exits down and turn around. This is in, 3-4 o'clock metro traffic, so it's not like terrible yet, but it ain't great. And anyway, I made it there on time. I get in there, everything goes pretty smooth. I get my concessions for the second time of the day. Same ones, by the way. Change the drink up, whatever. You don't care about that. I go to this theater, I sit down. It's a nice theater. I sit down. I got my glasses this time. When I walked in, I was like, and she even said, here's your 3D glasses. I was like, awesome, cool. They remembered this time. I got 2 pairs of 3D glasses, kept my Twizzlers from the other place, but I snuck them in my pocket. Didn't take the popcorn and the drink, but I had 2 things of Twizzlers now. So I was kind of excited about this situation. I had double the Twizzlers. They gave me this big, huge fucking popcorn. It was kind of ridiculous. So I was kind of excited. I was like, you know what? This is going to somewhat make up for it. At least make it as best as possible. You get to see it in IMAX. It's in 3D. Got a big, huge fucking popcorn. 2 Twizzlers. 2 fucking Twizzlers. And this big fucking drink. It's going to be cool. Whatever. Even if this movie isn't that great, I'm going to have a good time. Sit down. I'm watching it. Get to see the Avatar trailer in 3D. By the way, that was fucking awesome. The Avatar trailer, I thought was pretty cool to begin with. I'm a big Avatar fan. But in 3D, holy shit. James Cameron is showing us why he is still the king of fucking 3D. That trailer in 3D looked fucking amazing. Anyway, moving on. Got to see that. But then, right after that trailer, there were some other trailers going on, and the screen started flickering blue. Like, only half of it. It was like, this blue flicker would go on half the screen, and we're like, okay, something's not right here. And apparently, at least one other couple within this theater came from the same theater I did. And it was a fairly, not jam-packed, but a fuller theater. So I'm sitting there, I was like, oh, come on, there's an issue. At least it's playing, though. But there's an issue here, too. What the hell? So I'm sitting there, and then some people go in and out. It was like a repeat of the other theater, except there was actually stuff on the screen. And a guy comes in and he's like, hey guys. He's much more chipper than the other place. I think he had a lot more faith. Shame on him. But he's like, hey guys, sorry, there's an issue. We're going to restart it. And we're going to restart the thing and fix it. So it's going to pause for a second, and then it'll come back up. No worries. It'll be back started in just a minute. Okay, cool. Everybody's like, yeah, no problem. Whatever. It's cool. Shit happens, right? I'm like, yeah, cool. No problem. As long as that's all it is. It's not all it was. So he comes back in. The movie does start back. So, or the previews, the showing starts back. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It was just, coincidence. Watching it. It's not in 3D, but it's the trailers. Not all trailers are in 3D. The movie fucking starts. I actually saw frames of this film. Comes on, I see Christian Bale. I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't worry. I can't. But Christian Bale's on screen, it's showing his stuff. But I noticed, because I got my little 3D glasses on, that this eye is black. So, like, I barely see anything out of this eye, which I know what that means. And I take them off and I look, put them back on. I was like, yeah, the movie's not in 3D. But I got 3D glasses on. That's what it'll do with these 3D glasses, the passive 3D glasses that they provide in theaters. It'll black out one eye if you're watching a non-3D thing. So the guy in front of me turns around and he's like, "Your glasses broke too?" I was like, "Well, no, my glasses aren't broken, but the movie's not in 3D. That's something's wrong." So he gets up and he walks out. A couple other people go walking out, and I'm like, honestly, at this point, I don't give a fuck if the movie's in 3D or not. I just want to watch this movie. They come back shortly thereafter, and the movie suddenly pauses about 2 minutes in. So I got this big fucking picture of Christian Bale on screen, like, and that's all. I'm looking at that. They come in and they said they're going to fix it. Then a few minutes later, the little guy comes back in and he's like, "Hey guys," he's still real chipper. I give him that. And he's all like, "Sorry about the confusion when we restarted it. Something about the 3D. I honestly don't know how all that works with new theaters and stuff. I don't know, but I wouldn't think it'd be a switch. I think it'd be a different file. But whatever, maybe they loaded the wrong one or something." He says she's up there working on it now. She's gonna get it started back, and we'll probably just start the movie totally all the way from the beginning because you're only about 2 minutes in. Sure, no problem. Walks out, still Christian Bale, and we're just sitting there. It's all good. Take a few minutes. I got it. He's got to go communicate things. They don't have like radios or anything. It's whatever. Just up there in their little thing. Still waiting. People start getting loud again. I was like, I've been here before, but it's all good because the movie has started. We know that the movie works because it's on screen. There's a big picture right there. Christian Bale. Waiting. Guy comes in. He says, "Hey, everybody." I was like, oh, fuck. And he says, it was better than I expected, though. He says, "She's about to get the movie started." Okay, we're good. But she might not be able to get it started in 3D. If you'd like passes or refunds, you can go get them, or do you want us to keep playing it? Everybody's just like, just play the movie. Just play it. We don't care. It's whatever. Just play the movie. It's 3D or not, whatever. Just play it. It's all good. Okay. So he's like, all right, we'll start the movie. Awesome. Great. Walks out. We're waiting for a while. At this point, since Christian Bale froze like that, it's probably been about like 25 minutes, not quite 30. We're still waiting. People start getting loud again. I was like, oh, we've been here before, but you know what? They're going to start this movie. It's all right. We're seeing this movie today. And yeah, kept on waiting. People start getting up and going out and coming back and forth and They start talking shit. People getting loud. They're getting angry. I was like, oh my God, there's no way this is happening twice. In literally two different cities. I mean, I'm in the metro area city and I was in a suburb earlier, but literally in two separate fucking cities in the same day, same fucking movie, there's no way it's happening again. Well, foolish me. Yes, there is a way it happened because it did fucking happen. Guy comes back and he's like, "Hey, everybody, by the way, this is not an employee. This was one of the patrons there." He walks in and he's like, "They're not going to turn this movie back on. They just said it." He's like, and this lady's like, "What the fuck? They just gonna leave us in here sitting? Anybody gonna come and let us know?" He's like, "I don't know, but they're not turning it back on. If you want a refund, you can go up front." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And people start getting real loud then. Then, little guy comes in. He's not as chipper this time. I think he, first of all, walking in, he probably heard all the shit, but he's not as chipper as he was earlier, unfortunately. And he's like, "Hey guys, sorry." And I was like, "Ha! You're fucking kidding me, man." Yeah, movie's not working, and it's not gonna work, and they're not gonna have any other screenings, and they're not playing Thor today. What the fuck? What is going on here? I mean, we never really got an exact reason as to what wasn't working, because, they don't say that stuff. But how is this possible? Because it wasn't just that theater, it was like that screen at that theater, all of them. Because I even asked them again, I was like, "Can I go to a later showing in a little bit?" "No, we're not showing it today because it's not working in any of the theaters." So what happens? I go out into the lobby. It's the same fucking thing all over again. This is a bigger theater though, so you've got even more than 2 or 3 screens worth of people in there. You've got this fucking lobby full of this horde of people, some of which, by the way, were from the other place that this has already happened. So this is the second time it's happened to them, and just insanity. And they're yelling and screaming and blah, going fucking nuts. Now, I will say, I don't blame the people at the theater. So yelling and screaming at them, that's just fucking stupid. These people didn't do it. Believe me, I worked in customer service for years and years and years. They don't want this to happen. That guy did not want to walk into a theater full of people that just paid all this money, drove all the way, whatever, to see something that a lot of them have been excited to see for a while, to be told, "Sorry, you ain't going to see it today." He don't want to be that guy. Nobody does. They want these movies to come on. You come in, get your popcorn, sit your ass down, movie plays, you see it, you leave. That's what they want. I don't know, but I don't think anyone there did anything that caused this to happen. I think there's some type of issue. Whether that issue is with AMC, if it's with Disney and the file they're sending over, I don't know. Whoever the issue is with, though, and I don't think it was anyone within these theaters, because what are the chances? Fuck you! Fuck you, man! Because, what the fuck? This was like one of the worst fucking... It is not the worst day, because people have much worse days. This is first world problems, I get that. But Jesus Christ, it's like nothing went right that day. Nothing! And then I had to drive home, by the way. After that, I had to drive the fuck home, and the car had been sitting out in the fucking beating sun at that point. It was so fucking hot. I was sweating, literally sweating balls at that point. I even put the top down. It was like totally unenjoyable, which I know that sounds really whiny and crybaby, but I didn't want it down to be like, hey, I'm driving a convertible. I wanted it down because it was fucking so hot. And there's fucking ants everywhere, so I can't, like, put my arms on, like, anything because ants will crawl on me, so I'm having to drive like this. And it's fucking hot. I'm just uncomfortable. I got my fucking Twizzlers, at least. That's, like, some mild comfort. I can't set them down. The ants might attack them, so I just got them in between my legs. Hopefully they're not drawn to that, and they, like, fucking attack my dick or something. That didn't happen, but it was a fear. It was a genuine fear all the way home. I drive all the way, and at this point, because I've driven further out, it's like an hour plus to get home at this point. And... it's right before 5 o'clock. No, it was right after 5 o'clock. So it was 5 o'clock fucking metro traffic. There's a fucking wreck. It's like if it could happen, it was fucking happening. Yes, I know people have worse days, but this day still fucking sucked. And at the end of it all, I still didn't see the fucking movie. What the fuck? I haven't even seen... I've seen 2 minutes of this movie and I fucking hate it. I don't know if it's any good or not. I've heard the things people are talking about. I have no idea. I could not tell you. But I fucking hate it because... yesterday fucking sucked. So that's why I'm putting this video out today, just saying, hey, here's how much my day sucked trying to see this fucking movie. I have no idea whose fault it was, but there is no way that it was just a coincidence that 2 AMC theaters that far apart had the exact same problem. I don't buy it. Something was going on there. Once again, I don't know if it was something to do with digital rights or if it was AMC's fault, if it was Disney, Marvel's fault. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty sure it was my fucking fault. I think it was me. I was cursed for the day or something. I like cut off a fucking a gypsy or some shit, and they put some hoodoo curse on me, and I didn't know about it. I don't fucking know. Because then I came home last night, and I had a podcast I had to shoot. I went and shot that, and everything went wrong there too. Like the people that were shooting the podcast with me, both their computers crashed. Like multiple times, I think, if I remember. I don't know. We like lost files. I think we found those, but whatever. There was like all kind of shit like that. It was just like, Jesus, I just need to go to sleep. Then I watched a show too that I'm going to be reviewing later on down the road. It was fucking terrible. So it's like yesterday was just a wash. Fuck July 7th. What? Yeah, July 7th. Fuck July 7th. It's the worst fucking day ever. If that's a day for you, I'm sorry, but it was the worst day ever for me. Fuck that day. That's my thoughts, or my experience, rather, for Thor: Love and Thunder. Still haven't seen the fucking movie, by the way, and I'm sure I will see it eventually. Yeah, I'm not going through all that again to see it this weekend. So yeah, there will not be a review of Thor: Love and Thunder on my channel, at least not anytime soon. I'm doing a comic book movie review series that's ongoing, so eventually I will review this movie in 5 years or something. I don't know, but that's why there's not a Thor: Love and Thunder review on my channel this week. I know this was pretty long-winded, but hey, if you made it this far, thanks for hanging out. By the way, I wanted to throw out there, I just recently hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed and everyone who will subscribe and everyone who has just watched any of my content. And if you made it to the end of this video, I don't know how long it's going to be, but I've been talking a lot longer than I expected to. This is more of like a venting session, so thanks for being my therapist for the evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this the day of release, which would be the 8th, that's what today is. I have no idea when the fuck it is. Concept of time is lost on me, but if you're watching this on the 8th or even the 9th in the morning, I'm doing a AMA 3,000 subscriber live stream tomorrow morning, Saturday the 9th at 2 o'clock Central Time, which is all the other times. Figure that out. But I'm also going to be releasing or informing, giving an idea of where the channel is going, because there is a big change coming to my channel. Still doing movies and all that, but I will be doing a lot more content. Some of you may have noticed that I haven't been releasing as many reviews and as much content as usual the past few weeks. There's a reason behind that. I've been working on something that will start here very, very soon. There's an actual date attached to it, and you'll find out all about that on Saturday. But hopefully you can come and join me on that live stream. get in the chat, ask some questions, because I will also, on top of that, have a guest on the show, on the podcast. Fuck, it's not a podcast or a show. On the live stream, because I will also be doing the Hot Ones Challenge. This right here, I bought this. This is all of the sauces from the show Hot Ones. This is the official, actual sauces. If you've ever watched that show, you know exactly what it is I'm talking about doing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. I got somebody who's going to ask me your questions, or whatever questions you guys ask me on Twitter, or all the other places, and also in the live chat. So that will be happening. I can't really say I'm looking forward to it. I don't mind hot stuff, but this is beyond hot. So probably going to be hurting a lot. This will be at the end of the live stream. Well, the last part of the live stream, because yeah, I'm probably not going to feel like doing anything after that. So hopefully check that out. Now, I mean, if you're watching this like a month or two after July, if you're watching this in like August, yeah, just disregard all that. Go back and watch it. It might be a good time. I have no idea. I haven't done it yet. But yeah, new stuff coming to the channel. Find out more about it tomorrow as of the recording of this and release. And thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Everybody who has subscribed, viewed anything, if you're here watching this right now especially, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Sorry that there's no review, but, you know, I would hope that what I explained to you, and there was other little things too, by the way, but I would hope that this story would explain to you why I don't have a review of this movie and why I kind of fucking hate this movie. And I've never even seen it. It's not the movie's fault, but it is what it is. That's life. But hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. See you next time, hopefully tomorrow. Bye.